To another video. This time I will show you how to secure the Automatiko approval task application that integrates with the Tekton pipelines to provide the approval tasks. So before we jump into the how to secure it, let me recap quickly on what we had before. So in the previous video I showed that you can easily create the approval task with the Automatiko, and you have the simple application like this. But the thing is that it is not secured, meaning it does not authenticate users, and by that requires that you specify both the pipeline and the approver. So if we go quickly here, start one test pipeline that is assigned to me. So if we go, let's just copy the pipeline line name, and if we just go here, just specify it here, run the summary, we don't find anything. But if we specify both the pipeline run and the approver that is assigned to that task, we immediately get that and can quickly approve it, right? So that's okay, all works well, and we can approve that. So we get the task approved, and if we go back here, the pipeline will complete. You see here, the approved is done and the complete pipeline is done. We just clean up for the sake of the demonstration. But now I would like to bring your attention to, so this is the default configuration. So we have the service that runs on 8080, so that's the actual approval task. And then we have the deployment of our application. So that is taking the approval Automatiko from 01. And then we simply specify the default things, and we just use the ngrok as our proxy to go into the environment. So here I would like to bring you the authentication into the application of the approval task. So first of all, we use the profile that is secured. So this will enforce the application to actually look for the credentials. And then the second thing is we are going to deploy another container as a sidecar that will use GitHub as a provider, and that is the OAuth Proxy component that is responsible for finding out, configuring the OAuth provider, in this case GitHub, and then securing the access to your application. So this container runs on 8888, and that is used to configure the service endpoint instead. So here we have the information about the GitHub. You will find all the possible providers and their configuration on the OAuth proxy, and that is documented in Automatiko approval task readme file as well. So let's get going and try to secure our applications then. So we then simply undeploy the current version, and we then deploy our OAuth based version. So where we have it, here it is. So we deploy this one. You can just look at the git pods. Alright, both are running. Let me just do the restart of the forward port forward, and then if we just go here and use this, let's see, and there we go, we have the OAuth proxy. So it requires us now to log in to GitHub. So let's go here, and this is already asking, because I'm already logged in, and it asks me if I want to be connected with the, or authorize the Automatiko approval task to use the account and the personal information, email address, read only, and then I will just authorize it, and it will redirect me to the application. So if I now go back and start a new pipeline, there we go, and then it is, we just grab this information and go immediately to our approval task, and this time we only specify the pipeline run without the approval because we already authenticated. And when we click submit, we directly see the task that is based on the authentication credential of our logged in user. In this particular case, it's me. All works with OAuth Proxy. And then we simply approve it. Again, same story. So we have the pipeline that runs, and since it was approved, it runs the approved task in our pipeline, and it's complete, and we are done there. So that was very quick run through. Have a look at the documentation, and then try different providers, GitHub, Google, Azure, Facebook, GitLab. There are quite few of them that you can integrate with your application to secure all the communication for the approval task. Plus, some of the providers allows us to grab the groups information as well. Then you can even fine-tune more on the parts of the application. For instance, if you would like to secure the process management part that shows you the insight into the internals of the Automatiko approval task, you can secure that with, for instance, an admin group to not expose that to the individuals of the who does the approval. But for the main use case, you can nicely secure that with the OAuth as a sidecar with the integration in this particular case with GitHub. Alright, thanks for listening and till the next one.